Welcome back, folks. Today we are gonna take a look at an old game I played like 1 month ago. It's a random rapid game on chess.com, and I'm not gonna bother you with the whole thing. We jump straight into the end game. It's move 45, and here black is completely winning only after king d7. This is the only winning move here, because this move puts me in Zugzwang. That means that right now or after some moves, I'm forced to make basically a losing move. So it's gonna win. And as you can see, now everything falls apart and I resign and I quit chess basically. But black completely misses the only winning move and tries a pawn break with g6. This move draws because it allows me to break in with king c6, only good move. And now nobody can make progress, so it's a draw. So nothing happens for the next moves. Okay, on move 53, black has to sack their knight to prevent my pawn from promoting. But it's still a draw because my king is too far from h2, so it cannot prevent black's pawn from promoting and defend my own pawn all at the same time because it's simply too far. So after a couple moves, knight c2 with the idea to go knight e3 and block the pawn. f2, knight e3, king e6, king c6, and now h5. The idea behind this move is to move the king to e5 without getting forked on g4. That loses the pawn, but it would have been still a draw. So yeah, my opponent should have not been scared. So nothing happens, all normal. Okay, we reached this position. Now in a fascinating way, the tables have turned, and even if it's still a draw with like very precise play, I have some winning chances out of completely nowhere. And he plays h3, I play knight e3 check, and he has in this position only one move to draw. The rest loses on the spot. And the move is king g1. It's king g1 because if knight f1, doesn't matter where the king goes, like here or here, nobody can make any progress and it's gonna be a repetition of moves. But if king f3, black promotes, I sack my knight, he takes, king g3, and we reach this position. And same as before, I can't make progress as long as their king keeps me stuck on the h file. So I can never put my king behind the pawn and promote. Yeah. With that being said, he doesn't play king g1. He takes on h2. And this loses on the spot. And he only has 17 seconds on the clock. Because after king takes f2, king h1 only move, knight f1, the continuation is pretty obvious. We have h2 only good move, and knight g3, what an unbelievable checkmate. Like, this is amazing. with just a knight. But he runs out of time before playing h2. Like, I've already pre-moved knight g3 mate, but he runs out of time before playing this, the only move he could play. And chess.com declares that as a draw for timeout against insufficient material. Okay, now I don't even know where to start. The guy who replied to my complaint, I have to read this, says that this happens only when one player has a chance at a checkmate but doesn't have enough time to maneuver his pieces to achieve it, and the other one having a lot of time but not having any material to checkmate his opponent. I mean, I understand the rule, I know the rule, but it's really too generic. Like, it doesn't fit in this case at all. Because I have time, I have the material for checkmate. I know this is a 1 in a million case, but it happens. Like, it has happened. So yeah. And then the guy tried to explain in a weird way, like telling me, I personally think it's a good draw since both players have a disadvantage and an advantage. I mean, I don't know where my disadvantage is right here. In this particular case, this rule makes no sense at all. And just let me know if you have ever experienced anything like this. Yeah. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye. Besitos.